the Alps. Two slots, one flag.
Great.
Excellent name there.
Who came up with that one?
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah. Creativity comes from the man to my immediate left.
Yes.
You're more of the sandpaper,
Oh, shit.
which isn't a bad thing.
You're the sandpaper, and I'm like,
the finesse.
And even mad, you're still Mokan. So
I'm still Mokan. Last time I checked.
hey,
you're still the flag.
It says on
you're
the team
still the
screen.
flag. Yeah,
I'm still
still
the
the flag.
flag. Welcome to Calling the Audible, course brought to you by Sports Here, the proud sponsor of the show and many others on this network of shows. And,
Say show again.
Say one more time. Shows. Perfect.
Now you know.
And for those who are looking A or Div B, what caught your attention, please? Blainville's finest now.
Blainville's finest. That's
Yeah.
what it's
Not quite. They're not from Blainville.
I go, Jack's like, what's that team name? Blainville's finest.
You sure? Jack's so confused. Jack, where are you right now?
Blainville, cap this, please.
So yeah, I guess if I want a team to do well, I'll just tell them they suck, pretty much.
So you see that about all black everything.
Except
maybe-
Vince, because I could say whatever to Vince and he still sucks.
I saw that game. Score kept that
How
game.
was it? How was it?
Very impressive.
How was that live?
It was impressive from a perspective that even without Vince Nardone, the first play of the game, which we all know what they do.
Jacob Deep.
That's right.
It worked?
Well,
Like you don't know.
Rod Mastrov's brother Sam was on the sidelines, and Dan Lazar and I are saying, "Look, he's going to go deep to Peterson right now." No, he's not. I'm like, "Yeah, watch."
Yeah, it's 100%.
6-0.
No shit.
6-0.
Even if you
You're
know.
so good, Mo.
Even
at
if you know.
predicting.
I know. It's going deep. He's going to throw it right now.
It's 100% of the time.
I think it was a big win for them though, because
It was a huge win.
after the ugly loss you guys had in
Yeah.
Papineau.
We needed that one.
Big win for you guys.
There's a huge difference between a 3-1 and a 2-2 start to a season, especially against a team like that, which is a good mark or a good benchmark to go up against, just to see how good your team actually is. Because Laval's finest, like you said, is no pushover. That's a good, solid team. Yes, they didn't have McLaren there. They were supposed to have Theo. Theo wasn't there, but still, it's still a solid roster. So good team win. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I couldn't make it.
Terry Tam with his first INT.
Terry Tan played 2 defensive plays and got a pick. Although it was on the last play of the game.
Terry.
Analytics, my
What a
friend.
freak.
Analytics, my friend. He's like the epitome of
He's a pick.
analytics.
Every other play he gets a pick on.
Exactly. 50%. Nardone, what caught your attention this week?
What caught my attention this week is that Corey Pecker got to know Garrett Taylor real well. Welcome to Division A. Garrett just said it himself. 3 picks in one game. That's very impressive. Very impressive from Garrett.
Defensive Player of the Year? Can we call it now, like Mo would say?
Mo's a classic. Let's just give everybody an award week 3.
Yeah.
We should. I would.
In Div B, Sean Brophy from the Fun Boys. Big game.
Oh, no, it
3
wasn't my turn or
touchdowns,
anything.
177 receiving yards, and 2 picks on D. And Dajnet pulling another Dajnet with 4 picks. This winter when he played the Fun Boys, he threw 5 interceptions. So it's already better.
9.
It's already better
Than
than in
last
the
year.
winter.
Yeah, but that's 9 in 2 games.
In 2 games,
That's
Dajnet
Mo
has
Khan
thrown
stats,
9
man.
picks to the Fun Boys.
Well, speaking of Mo Khan stats, more like Simon Dagenet stats, actually.
Yeah,
That's-
well,
that's
he's
definitely-
taking over the Mo Khan.
That's a Dajnet thing to do. Throw 5 or 4 picks a game is a classic
Wow.
Dajnet.
Mike
Speaking-
Roy pulled this, Simon Dagenet.
Mike Roy, who's next on my list of.
Yeah, but I'm putting Paul LaPierre up there too because he's a
Oh, my God.
he's a
Go
veteran
ahead.
Hall of Famer, my friend, and you can't be
Not
throwing
as a
picks like
quarterback,
that.
though.
The,
Absolutely.
The,
Yeah.
the story of
Absolutely.
that game is that Top Guns.
You'd say he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Isn't that what he got in for?
Is he in as a
Receiver.
quarterback?
I think
He
it was
must be in
as
as a
receiver.
receiver.
But he's won in Div 2. He's made it.
He
far
is
in
an
Div 1.
above average quarterback, but I wouldn't say he's a Hall of Fame.
Alcoholics. Didn't they make it to the finals a couple times?
Yeah, above average quarterback. He's above average. He's a really good quarterback, not a Hall of Fame quarterback.
That game, Top Guns against Monstars, they had a 13-point lead within the first 5 minutes, and they were hootering and hollering. Yeah, we got this game. You guys aren't supposed to be in this field with us.
It's a lot of personality on that team.
A
That's-
lot of testosterone on that team.
Speaking of testosterone, hashtag no regard held the Red Raiders to 0 points. A big old donut in both the first and the second half. That's impressive.
Mike Roy actually was 1 for 10
Wow.
late in the first
Wow,
half.
wow,
He was actually plus 5 passing yards.
I did actually put him on my list of guys that need to step up last week, and he didn't.
He did not. So speaking negatively about a team,
But I didn't say
doesn't
he
always
sucked. I
work.
just said he needs to step up. So I was like positively.
A lot of
negative.
people
Negative.
don't know this,
Yeah.
but when a quarterback gets sacked, it's negative passing yards.
Yeah.
You're right. You give him a negative amount of passing yards.
But
Sometimes
he
the quarterback
couldn't find anyone, though.
No, but sometimes teams will tally up their receivers' yards and they'll be like, it doesn't even add up to my
Yeah, well,
quarterback.
that's it. You lose
stats."
if you lose 10 yards on a sack. You lose 10
Yeah,
yards.
but a
off
lot
the
of
score.
guys don't know that that's a negative amount of yards for you. So whenever there's a sack on the field, the quarterback is losing yards. FYI.
You're so informative.
I know.
Informative.
Speaking of information, Star City looks fucking amazing.
Wow.
They look cool.
Censor.
They are on a an F-bomb collision course with STL Week 10.
I'm telling you right now. I know we're going to talk about it later, but Dan
Yes.
Lazaro is the next big thing. Sorry, Marco. Push.
Quarterback of the year.
Mo-
Quarterback of the year. Quarterback.
I'm
of
calling
the year.
quarterback of the year.
I would have called it back in April before we knew who was going to play with who.
Yeah, well.
Last but not least, AB, big win over the Rainmakers.
Yeah.
Albeit, though, Rainmakers thought it was a controversial ending because he wasn't informed of the number of minutes left in the football game. But I think it was a big one for you guys.
I'm not going to lie. When he said there was 5 plays left, I literally had to look at the clock 5 times. I didn't believe him. It went so fast the second half. And he
Yes.
didn't warn 2 minutes. He didn't warn 5 minutes.
It's
which is
different when you're not
obligated to.
rumbling all game against Finest. Time flies when it's not being stopped because of fighting.
Shut up.
Oh shit!
Well, look, I thought it was impressive given the number of bodies down for ABE to play
Well,
like they did. You know,
I'll tell you now. Look, adding Kyle Lebowski is
he a
humongous.
permanent?
Kyle's a freak.
He's a freak, and he played with us before, so he gels with us right away.
Speaking of Kyle,
What are you doing right now? I'm talking.
Is he a permanent acquisition or is he only a
We've
sub?
asked, and we're going to see, because it depends on Jordan
you
and
ask?
Omar. Kyle?
his mother.
Kyle.
We asked
We
We
asked
asked.
Kyle,
We
and then
asked
there's
to make
Dexter
sure it's
Linton that we
okay.
added also.
Mrs. Lebowski. Is it okay if Kyle plays
Dex
with us
Linton,
this
former Kansas Jayhawk.
That's right.
All right.
season? Where's your list of names? There. Speaking of Kyle,
It's on the
yeah.
list.
Speaking of,
that's what I was trying to say.
I can't do it. I can't confirm that rumor. You need to confirm it. Kyle's on my team.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So speaking of Kyle,
Yes.
I heard he has a thing for baths. He loves taking baths by himself, candles and everything, baby oil in the water, bubbles.
I'm not confirming or denying.
That's the rumor.
I can't.
No.
Rumor on the
I'm
street.
sorry.
Well, I'll ask this question. According to your source or sources,
Yeah.
is this legitimate?
Well, you'd have to find my source. Pretty sure.
I already said I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah, but you're the source, right?
Don't.
No, he's not the source. He's not
I'm
the
not-
source.
I'm not the
He
source.
is not the source.
So Marco Mastiocho?
We just been hearing things. It's not. Why you gotta go jump that it's him or it's Marco? Why does it have to be?
I'm pulling the Warren
Don't worry
Sapp
about
when he called out Jeremy Shockey for being
Maybe
a
it was
snitch.
Mrs. Lebowski. Who knows?
Okay.
Moving on.
All right. Let's talk about who's in trouble with 3 teams at 1-3 in Division A: Top Guns, Legends, Monsters coming off a big win over Top Guns. Are any of these teams fool's gold going into the next week or for the rest of the year? At
But what do you
least?
mean by fool's gold?
Like, look, we look at Monsters' big win over Top Guns, right? Top Guns had a 13-point lead, couldn't hold on
It
to
is a
that.
big win, but they're all 1-3.
But who's in trouble though right now?
They're all in trouble. They're all 1-3.
I'm going to tell you right now who's in trouble. The Legends. If they're going to be nonchalant like they always are in Div 2 and Div B,
dude.
it's not going to work in Div A. They
crazy.
already know this already. These are your boys, too. Talk to
Dude,
them.
they have 15 guys on their roster. I wrote it down. They have 15 guys on their roster.
That's played one game.
Three of them played 4 games. So only 3 have been there for all 4 games. 2 played 3, and then the rest are all at 1. Like if you can't
can't.
have if you can't have at least 6 guys who are there every
Have they
week,
got their jersey situation figured out at least?
100%.
Somewhat.
I don't know this for a fact, but they for sure don't.
Somewhat speakingly, they sort of do have their jerseys.
Well,
They have
I-
numbers and they have white
Okay,
shirts.
so they're better than they were last year. But that's
Last
step
week.
1. Now
Last
step
week.
2 is actually putting a team together, the same team every week.
Look,
They're
they
gonna get
won
smashed.
spring Div B like 2 years ago.
Yes,
And
with that mentality, and they think it's going to work in Div A.
No,
Corey,
they lost in the finals.
Corey,
no,
Jeff,
they beat
whatever.
the Wolverines 2 years ago, spring
Sorry.
season.
Right.
They lost last spring in the finals.
Yeah.
2 springs ago. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, tell Jeff Rosenblatt, Corey Pecker, it's not going to work.
But Jeremy Cole's the captain now.
Speaking of Jeff,
Yeah, speaking of Jeff,
JR. Top Guns. They're volatile, exuberant, passionate.
they have a really good roster.
Ryan Perry thought Isaiah Lard was wearing earrings late in the second half. And
Ryan Perry, first of all, the Perry brothers need to step up their game here. If this team is going to have any success, first of all, Void needs to stick around. He needs to stick around.
which he played his first game.
He played his
finally.
first game. If he's there to stay, then that makes a huge difference on offense. Because now the Rashawn and Ryan can step up on D, make a difference. Same with Lanny. Same with Springer. These guys just need to step up big.
funny thing about Lanny is that I talked to him today, and
Which one?
Giovanni,
Gio.
and both times his teams in Div A and Div B won, he was not there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeesh.
But,
But I saw him in the first game. Top Gun had, and Gio had a big game, offensively and defensively.
but this game they look
Gio doesn't
awful.
play
Though.
offense.
He caught a touch on that.
Did he?
Guaranteed.
Sure wasn't Leo?
Guaranteed it was Gio.
Look,
I'm not
they
guaranteeing
need to
that. I
figure
will
out.
not retract that statement.
They need to get their defense figured out.
Well, here, this is what he said to me. I actually spoke to him.
He quoted it.
I
on
quoted it.
paper.
I quoted it. Look,
Can you text me the quote?
he
Please?
said our D is full of stars, but we just haven't.
They were blowing up on each other. On the literally, there was
Johnny and Rashawn, two mental cases.
yeah, but they didn't know. Like, honest to God, there was one play where the defense had no idea what the left was doing from the right.
Really?
I think they just,
That's
to
interesting.
be
Who's
honest,
calling the defense on that team?
Johnny.
Johnny's calling the
Johnny's
defense.
calling
but
the defense?
Yeah.
Maybe in a communication
But
breakdown.
if-
I don't know.
The
but
thing is, guys like Springer, who I've played with, and we know if they don't like to play, they're gonna be like, nah, we don't. I don't want to do that. Theo legitimately said to Marco, "I'm not running that route," and and they argued. That's
interesting.
yeah. He goes, "Do a hook and go." No, I'm doing a 10 in. That's it. That's what happened.
okay,
Well
sir,
then.
I'll throw it to you on a dime.
Whatever.
Easy, Mo.
More likely to finish above 500 out of these teams.
Top
0.
Guns, just Top Guns.
Really, you think Top Guns with
Just
that
because of
crappy
experience.
defense of theirs?
Yeah, but Legends don't show up in Monstars.
Yeah, exactly. Monstars, I think they bit more than they can chew by going up into Division A. I know they. I'm
I think
happy
they're
they
gonna do
did.
better than Legends.
I think they might. They're probably going to be 4-6 or 3-7. I don't give them above 500 because I think they're in over their head
So
right
you
now.
agree?
Top Gun would be the only team out of these three that I could see over going 500.
Based on experience alone, I think.
Yes, exactly.
They missed their chance, though. If they were 2-2, they would have put themselves in position
Okay, but
to
look, the-
Now
not-
they're in last place.
There's 6
Yeah.
games left. There's 6 games left.
But
And
it-
the
they don't
back end of
convince
your
me, though.
schedule is the same as your front end. Now at least you've played everybody once. You're going to get to know them and move on. The second half of the season needs to be a fresh page for all of these teams.
Look, they don't impress me in their defense. And even though they had a little kumbaya at the end with a, hey, 1, 2, 3, we're Top Guns defense, they're not going to do anything in the
Okay,
second
but
half.
they have the guys to make it work. At least
but
I feel like they can turn things
They're
on.
so volatile, though, Vince. They
100%,
just- every
100%,
play, it's an
100%.
argument that ensues.
Yeah, but they have the guys who can hold each other accountable for what they do on the field as well.
it's like Mount Kilimanjaro. It's going to erupt every single
Rashawn's going to
second.
hold you accountable. Jamil's going to hold you accountable. If you're not doing your job and you're not
you'll
pulling
get
your
told.
weight, you'll be
Absolutely.
told.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't want to be the guy to fuck up on the field.
You hope not.
Speaking of Jeff Rosenblatt,
Yes.
Speaking of Jeff, didn't you hear something about Jeff?
I did actually. That if he doesn't rub baby oil on his thighs before every game, he will not play.
Wow.
Did you?
Baby oil is
I
coming
had
back.
no
It's
idea.
Only on your thighs though. If he gets it below
Only
the knee,
thigh?
he still won't
like
play.
inside the thigh.
Inside thigh.
And if he gets it on his knee, he doesn't
It's
play.
for chafing reasons, I
Wow.
believe.
Wow. That's an interesting.
Take a stroll
That's
into
interesting.
Rumorville.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, he's going to come up to me. Hey, buddy,
What do you mean? The
He's gonna
baby
come
oil?
up to me.
He's
He'll
gonna come
message
to
me on
me.
Facebook right now.
You're two friends over there, Vince and Matt. You know, they're
Well,
pretty funny guys.
maybe him and Kyle buy the same baby oil.
It's possible. They
Yeah.
probably share.
Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson & Johnson is the best baby oil.
Speaking of baby
Because
oil,
I know my baby oils.
you definitely do. Ready for fatherhood, I guess. The best offense in Division B.
The best offense?
Star City.
Star City, 100% hands down.
Well, hold on. You have GNR, Vinny
Now,
Delano,
Vinny,
both red quarterback.
Vinny was
care.
whining to me while I was playing in my game that why do I talk shit about him? It's just because it's easy and it's fun and he's an easy target.
But
Okay,
I'm not
GNR
gonna-
has a good offense. They have
a great offense,
a
but-
5
solid
players with 3 or
offense.
more TDs right now.
But it's
Yeah.
because he runs around for 45
But it
minutes. in the
works though,
backfield
right?
Until he gets a rusher that's going to
does work.
eat him up.
STL?
Not a rusher, but a smart defense. Because Fun Boys, we played them and we controlled him as a quarterback
Before you committed treason and left them?
this winter. Yes.
Okay.
So there's a way to stop Vinny. There is a way to stop Vinny. There's a way to stop any quarterback that likes to run every other play or once every 3 plays. But I would go with Star City. Lazara is just on point with the receivers that he has, his crew that he brought from Sea Assassins, and the additions that he's made with
Khalil Kerr.
Khalil Kerr,
Crazy.
Quasi.
Khalil and
that is
Quasi are humongous additions.
J.C. Mercil on that offense not snapping is impressive. That offense is insane.
But every team has their strengths, though. You look,
Look,
at
I haven't seen Dylan Taylor play for STL yet.
he looks very impressive.
But with
Dylan,
with
watching
Jamie-
Dylan is like, oh my lord.
Ojea and Lebowski, 12 TDs combined right now.
Did you watch Game of the Week?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not talking the same guy. Sorry.
No, that's
super sorry.
No, that's my quarterback. That's
My
Joey
bad.
Taylor.
My bad.
Joey Taylor, 68% passer.
Yeah,
my
he's
quarterback,
efficient.
man.
He's very efficient. I just don't like watching him play or
Yeah,
play
it's
against
a
him.
weird style. I'll tell you that, but it works.
100%. If it works,
22
it works.
Their
TDs,
style.
1 INT.
Upside.
If it works, it works. He's better than me as a quarterback, that's for sure. So
He moves his feet.
he does. Move
Would
his
you
feet.
guys
He's
thrive in
constantly
that?
moving?
Would
his
you
feet.
thrive in that offense of his?
I don't know
On
how.
that offense of
I-
his.
It's a melange of things.
Joey?
No,
Yeah,
these guys.
if you
These
play
guys
2.5
know
downs
each
all
other
the
well.
time
That's
on his
pure
team.
chemistry.
But I'm saying like on a regular basis.
Oh
though.
yeah. Well,
Their
as
team
of
is
week 6,
pure
I-
chemistry based. He knows the guys know how to slide into an open pocket as Joey's rolling out left or rolling out right. It's just
It's
chemistry.
really not that difficult to figure out. I put up like 140 yards first game.
Oh, I put up 140 yards. I'm Matt
Remember when you
Kira.
could catch in like 1997? Remember those years?
Talking shit.
Playing Pee Wee football?
Always talking shit. Remember when you used to get sacks?
Yeah, that was when.
Now
before
you
I was
average
fat.
below 1 a game, but
You're not fat.
Fat her
he is fat.
What, you put on 5 pounds?
like 20. From when I had like sack records, I'm 20 pounds heavier. Mo Khan.
okay,
That's
sure.
heavy.
Daddy weight.
That's heavy.
Dad bod like
It's like
Jamil
he had the
Springer
baby.
says to
He
me.
had the baby.
So you
He
want-
gained more weight than the woman who gave birth.
Essentially.
So Lazar is your quarterback for 5 plays left in the game.
That's what
Who?
I'm taking. Dan Lazara?
Dan Lazara.
All day.
5 plays left.
Greg
to
Stern's
win.
my quarterback. 5 plays left.
Will you shut up?
Oh, stop it.
Never mind. I'm not going to throw you under the bus.
Speaking of under the bus.
Speaking of under the bus, you got
Next rumor.
yes, Rumorville, man.
Next
yeah,
rumor.
Who
yeah,
you got?
yeah.
Who you got on that list?
I heard Rajdi once when he was
Are you
young.
taking my?
Oh,
person?
sorry. It was Scott
I think
Payne.
you are.
Scott Payne once
Scott
when he
Payne,
was
yes.
young. Because it's a thing to do where they come from in the
Chattagay.
in the Chattagay land. They love drinking diesel gas. It's a thing they do there. So he once had to empty a bus gas line to fill up a couple glasses. Moving on, Mo, do your job.
5-0 start this year. If the Finals do beat the Rainmakers this week, is it essentially all wrapped up for first place? They would be 2 games up on the next team with 5 to go.
Finest are
Yes.
going to beat the Rainmakers.
Yes, and yes, it will be. They can
I know
have the
that.
1 seed all they want. It really doesn't change. much.
It doesn't
But
change
for
anything.
their psyche, though. I
For
mean,
their psyche, that's
yeah,
fine. To
no.
get them back to where they were before, because last year we had the number 1, Roosters or Donkeys.
Their psyche is fine.
I know. I don't think it really matters. To be honest with you, I mean,
I think it's for everybody else's psyche. It's for whoever's playing against them, knowing that they're 5-0. They're back to their. You're thinking they're back to their top shape. They're gonna pummel everybody. So now you got to go against that team. I think it's for everybody else's psyche more than Montreal's Finest psyche. Their psyche's fine.
Sorry, Vince. Matty?
That's
I'm
Matt.
insulted.
What?
I think they're good. They're going to be 5-0. They probably, I'd say 9-1, 10-0, depending on how we played against them.
8-2.
8-2.
Yeah.
Who's the other loss?
Monstars.
No.
The brother for.
Who's the other loss?
Rainmakers.
You think?
Yeah, the second time they play them. It's hard to beat a team twice this season, and they're gonna
Is
have
that
to
the
beat.
last
They're
game
gonna
of
have
the
to beat everybody. They're gonna have to beat teams 3 times.
Which is very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Not easy to do.
So it's better if you lose the second game against the team you're gonna play in the playoffs. To be honest.
Mm.
Not that you want to try to lose, but it's better that way.
To have a
Just-
loss before going to the
Yeah,
playoffs.
not to have a loss before
Mokan,
going
this
to
is the
playoff.
best roster you've seen in years of Montreal's finest.
No, I still think the pass rusher is still a problem. I think
So?
if there's one
Come out of
issue.
retirement.
Do they have a
No.
pass rusher? Who
No,
rushes for them?
Kevin
Right.
Wyeth, Cream Bennett, Keyshawn Thompson, they all
Harrington sometimes.
Harrington sometimes.
We'll talk about
like
sacks later.
the game against the Legends, they were up I think by 2 scores. The Legends came back to make it a 1-score deficit, and once again the Finals pulled away like they did against the Monsters and now Legends.
Yeah,
And
but here's something the Legends should learn from the Finest. Jermaine, Kareem, Kevin, Keyshawn, Mike, Nathan, Patrick, and Patrick all have 4 games played. All have been there 100% of the time.
one more to go.
You
They'll be
think that's
playoff
it?
eligible.
It's pretty much our team, too. Any team that's successful has
No
chemistry
kidding.
because you show up every
exactly.
game.
You have to care a little bit more than the Legends to win.
The art of the sack. Matty Kirak, that is your
Oh,
department.
jeez. Is it his department though? Is it?
Well, like
One time in
you lead
Buffalo.
you lead Div A with 3 sacks, but then you look at Div B. There
Did
are
you hear that?
What?
I'm leading
I
Div
wasn't
A.
paying
there's
attention.
4 guys that have sacks.
You are
in Div
leading.
A.
You have less than a sack a game. You're leading the division.
It's Division A.
The
You want to know
Why?
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 so what is Division A?
Why has the art of the sack not been more prevalent in Div A compared to Div B?
Well, Div B, you got the up-and-comers coming in that aren't used to the snap and throw from your as soon as you get it kind of system. What are you looking at me like that for?
Go ahead. Finish your point.
A lot of quarterbacks that are in the lower divisions are used to being able to run around a bit more, being able to have more time on the ball, where that's when sacks happen in Division B.
So you're saying it's the quarterback's fault in Div B? There's more sacks.
Yes.
So if it's relevant for quarterbacks in Div B to be not as good as Division A quarterbacks, then isn't it relevant for the rusher to not be as good and the defense not be as good and the receivers
Not
not
But
as
then
necessarily,
you have,
'cause it's
but you
harder.
have two Div B like teams in Monstars and of course Legends. Shouldn't the sack numbers be up though? Because you're playing those two quarterbacks, and you have Ryan Castor, who now is better at not giving up the sacks like he used to back in the day,
Castor does get rid of the ball a lot faster.
a lot quicker than he did before.
And Rod-
He
only
also
played
has
3
the
games.
guys that get open a lot quicker.
That
than
is true. He has the Pilos now and Rajdi.
Not that Rashdi gets open that fast.
But yeah,
Speaking of Rashdi,
speaking of Rajdi, I heard a rumor.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear this
here
one
we
here.
go.
That in big
This is
ga-
a good
He
one.
watches the podcast, by the way.
So Rajdi, in big game situations, puts thumbtacks in his gloves and stabs people when they're going by him. Yeah, we should probably get the refs to check that out.
Yeah, that was Pease who leaked that rumor.
Pease did leak that rumor to us today.
Pease found out insiders' information, and he told Kiroak, "Whoa,
Oh.
what are you doing?"
Here comes Peasy.
I can neither confirm nor deny
Deny it, huh?
those rumors. Although, just win, baby.
Just win.
Just
So
win.
cheat to win, essentially.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay,
Have you seen me play?
the art of the sack is I don't know, man. There's what? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that have
yeah,
one
sack.
sack,
Yeah.
and then there's no other sacks. There's 6 teams in the league, and look,
Kevin
Three-
Wyatt doesn't move.
Top
Ryan
Guns,
Castor doesn't
Top
move.
Guns don't have a sack. Legends don't have a sack.
Fine
All Black,
size
everything
one,
have the
right?
worst rusher ever.
And yet I'm leading.
Like, how does
Listen,
that make sense? How
Kevin
does that
Wyatt
make
doesn't
sense?
move. He rarely does, and if he does, it's calculated. He knows that he's going to get somewhere on it.
Get a touchdown.
Same thing with Marco. Marco rarely gets sacked.
Oh man, when he runs, he gets like 4 or 5 yards per carry.
It's because he runs like Fred Flintstone on his tip. He goes.
He is a TP toe runner. Eh? It's fucking
And Corey, he does move around, but he
He
gets
must
rid of
have
the ball
massive calves.
before he. No, he really doesn't.
He doesn't?
No, small face, little calves.
You know Cal Lavallée?
Yeah, I remember.
Have you
him.
seen his calves?
He's
He
a big
walks
dude.
on his tippy toes, though. He's a full-time
big dude.
tippy toe guy, so his calves are like
Des mollets.
watermelons.
Speaking of watermelons, what has Vince Nardone noticed? You mentioned a very cute thought of the week of the jerseys of the pandas.
Pandas.
Elaborate to us because
Panda,
some people were
panda,
confused
panda,
by your post. on
Who got
Face-
confused?
A few others. Like, what the hell is Vince talking about?
It blew up.
Well, it's
though.
pretty simple. I said it.
Thank
I
you,
said
Duke.
there's a team in Division D who have the exact same jerseys as the All Blacks in A, the exact same design of the panda, except they didn't Jew out on it. They got the gold. they got the gold on their jersey. They got the actual gold on their jersey. The Div D team, the Pandas, don't. And then Maddie said that was their farm team, but their farm team is 0-4.
I've literally never even watched them play. I don't know a single.
I don't
guy
want
in
to
the
talk
team.
about Div D teams. I don't really know them.
You guys should be airing your dirty laundry in public. You know, like, the problems for your bedroom in your bedroom should be left in your bedroom.
Oh, you're starting this now.
Yeah, absolutely, it's the
If
best part
anybody
of
didn't
this.
see the Facebook wall, apparently Vince and I are in a love triangle. Not a love triangle.
Who's the third member?
Who's the third?
Yeah.
Mo Khan.
Mo Khan's the third on the
Yeah,
third
he
wheel.
is the flag.
He is the flag.
on the third wheel.
Fan.
Until the sloppy divorce, of course.
Yes.
Where I listen to
Where I take
Dawson's
the house.
Creek theme song. Yeah. I got you.
Anyways,
All right.
Speaking of,
games of the week.
who are we speaking of?
Last one.
Is that me? It's your turn now.
no, I just said Rajdi's. Rajdi's rumor.
You have Theo J. Theo
No, I got Theo
Uh,
Bakelis and we got Harrington. So
Yeah,
Go
rumor.
Harrington.
Rumor of. I'm not ready for this. Go on.
No, you got to do the Harrington one.
A Harrington rumor. Well, see, I'm not ready for that. I
You
need to
got-
be mentally prepped for
You
this.
got a minute.
I don't remember what I was told. I have to think about it. Go.
Okay, games of the week.
We're on games of the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Skipped a lot.
Okay.
No, really. We went through the show pretty. We're at
Efficiently?
24 minutes right now.
Are we?
Actually, yeah.
Okay,
Good.
so I heard that. I don't know. I think Eagle told me he has at home that he self-made. He made it himself. It's this. I don't
You
know.
lost me at the water. You lost me at the water thing there, pal.
I was looking
Okay,
at the
games of the
Naya
week.
bottle.
Horrible. Eagle
Eagles.
rumor.
Who do you have winning
Ah,
Vince? Or you have
shit.
covering? Sorry.
9.5 to STL.
Yeah.
I took him.
Because Preds got cracked last week.
They
They
might
did.
have got cracked, but
Yeah.
give me Preds on a bounce back.
Red Raiders Kings 14.5 points for Kings.
Give me Mike Roy on a comeback.
Oh my.
Give me Mike Roy in a continuous sink.
Star City.
So tell him he sucks, and then he'll do better.
He might get angry though.
No, didn't you try doing that?
No, I did
Why
that
would he
for
get
Stern.
angry?
Stern did that.
He gets. I don't know, Mike.
Mike Roy offensively went from 37 points game 1 to 12 game 2 to 18 game 3 to 0 game 4.
I think his QBR
I don't think I need
now.
to tell him that he sucks. I think the numbers speak for
I
themselves.
believe his QBR went from 89 to like 48.
That's
Really?
not good. That's not good.
Come on, Mike.
That's
Come
like
on, man.
Mocon numbers, Simo Dajnet numbers.
He dashned.
He's Dajnaying all over the place.
Star City, no regard. 6.5 points for Star City.
Star City all day.
Star City, 96 points.
Finest Rainmakers, 4.5 points for the finest.
Yeah, finest.
Yeah, finest. 100%.
Who you got winning the European Cup?
Who's playing?
Poland.
Winning the